Tap in, workaholics. It's Wednesday, May 14th. We back on Intellectual Radio where you can feed your brain. Connect the Dots podcast with your host Shay and Remedy Grace. She's not here tonight, but we're gonna hold it down for her. Make sure you still add, follow, subscribe, share, promote on all platforms. Again, intellectualradio.com. If you want to check out YouTube videos, make sure you type in Intellectual Radio. We have our special guests in the building. But before we get started, I'm gonna have you introduce yourself. Look, I ain't gonna speak for you how you introduce it.
Oh my goodness. I'm Stephanie West. I'm just an ordinary person. I'm an author. I'm a business owner. I'm an executive assistant. I'm a law enforcement officer. I'm a lot of things. So we're gonna get into it tonight, but so you can learn more about me.
You a workaholic.
Yes, I'm a workaholic. I work day and night or I sleep day and night. So I'm either asleep or at work. That's what I tell people.
24 hours, I'm open.
People think I'm ignoring them. I'm like, I'm asleep or I'm at work. Like, if you call me, I'm going to sound sleepy. But if not, I'm going to be at work ignoring your call because I can't talk on the phone all the time. But
that's true. That's true. We're going to dive into all that. I definitely did my homework with you.
I see.
You got to do your homework on people. Don't try to get to know them. Do your homework first, then try to get to know them. She's a dope person, I will say. I've been waiting for this moment for a while. Thank you again.
No
Since day one, you guys. The booking was professional. You was on time with everything. You sent me good people. The communication skills is great. I noticed that's a highlight.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't have communication skills, so I appreciate that. We do have a prayer on every show, and that's just because we different.
I love it.
Thank you, God, again for everything that you've been doing today. Even on our hard days, good days, bad days, we still trying. We still here. We still working together. And as long as you guiding us, I think we going to be okay. Amen.
Amen.
The mission statement. Our mission on Connect the Dots is building platforms to connect useful information or knowledge to spread all over the world for new listeners, guide our community to find opportunities to grow publicly and privately, join others to find a connection. What you think about that?
I love it because connection is important. Connection is really important. If you don't have a connection with people, first, like at first glance, is kind of harder to connect with the person. So I usually connect with people. My first word, hi, how you doing? Good morning. God bless you. It's usually the first words that you say that helps you connect with the
first
people.
impression.
First impressions is everything.
I agree with that. And it took me a minute to adjust with people because it's all types of people you want to reach out to. And I had to separate, like Remedy said, some people might want to connect the dots through business or music or through God or maybe money. What if they want to connect in different levels, different forms?
Yeah.
At least we could give you some type of opportunity to get you heard so we can sing to the right people, even if it's not here. Our job is still to work together with other people. And it's a good thing. I feel like that's what's missing right now in the world. Everybody's so self-centered.
Yes, and afraid.
Afraid to be.
Everybody's afraid to be great, and the great is already in you. You just gotta blow it up like a butterfly and just do it instead of being scared to do it. Because God didn't give you fear, so why are you acting so scared?
Exactly. What you say? You gotta open up, son.
Right.
You gotta shape. Sometimes people need to shape their character because they might not know who they are.
True. I heard it takes years to discover who you are as a person, but it takes a man sometimes longer to understand them on becoming a man of what they need to be as a man and everything like that. I heard women mature faster than some men do. So I say you don't really know yourself till you're like past 25, sometimes 30, sometimes 40. You don't know yourself. Like you'll be lost in this world.
I'm still learning myself.
Right. You still learning. I'm still learning. Like we all still learning. So it's a learning process. The world in life is a learning process. You learn Sometimes you don't learn. Sometimes you win. Sometimes you lose. It's just a learning game.
It's a win and lose. I agree with
Hmm.
that, and that's why we're here to feed your brain. So if you want to call in and shout her out or anything, the number is 708-223-8953. It's streaming live 24/7 over 50 intellectual radio shows. There's other shows available as well. So we're gonna be in rotation with this one. I see you got the Mayday, May 17th.
Yeah, cause my birthday is Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And I have
Taurus.
to work. Yeah, I'm a tourist. So if you're a tourist, you can come up for free before 12.
I'm gonna need a fake ID. You heard that, y'all. Taurus
You
get in
any
free.
tourists, we gotta see your ID. Okay. You get checked by security. So don't
Come
be
on.
trying to just pop
There we
up
go.
with some
Advertise.
stuff, you know.
Advertise
But
that's
if you want to
safety.
bring me a gift, some cake, you can. But so my birthday is the 16th and I have to work. So CJ Swag is actually planning it. He
Okay.
planned everything because he's like, we gotta do it for you, Stephanie. You don't. We don't worry about nothing. I got
Yes,
you.
I'm there.
I'm
I'm
so
there.
worried. I'm like, are you sure you got it? You know, look,
No, he got
I'm
it.
over here tripping. He's like, I got you.
He
We
got
got you.
you.
We love you, Stephanie. We got you. So I said, okay. And he sent me the flyer. He said he bringing balloons. He got a section.
Hmm.
I got the cake. It's amazing. So we gonna
He
have a
got you.
good time.
And it's gonna be in Gary, Indiana, on Broadway at the
Yep, at
loft.
the
See?
loft. Yep.
752 Broadway, Gary, Indiana, 46402. Dress code is. You see,
Sexy.
look, I did my notes, y'all.
Look, cause I'm gonna be looking sexy, okay? So don't
Yes,
be
they come in there for the ladies. We
look.
need the ladies come on now. It's Taurus season. Also, CEO Megastar birthday day. Happy
Yep.
birthday! Yeah, I'm
Mm-hmm.
his personal assistant, and he do a lot of great things for other people.
Yeah.
So today we just still gonna say happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Celebrate yourself every day because you got a lot of people behind you, and the Taurus is crazy. So you know they finna show out.
Yes.
You know they finna
Tor,
show
I
out.
feel like that's the best sign, but I ain't gonna gloat. I'm gonna leave that alone. But I would just cause Capricorn's over here in the room.
Uh oh. Uh
Yeah.
oh.
So
She
I'm
said
gonna leave that
Capricorn.
alone.
So let's see. Let's see. Breakdown. Let's break it down. You are founder and owner of the Clean It Best LLC.
Hmm.
Celebrating remarkable achievement marks its fifth anniversary in Northwest Indiana. Most influential woman on the rise for 3 years.
Third year running. This will
Three.
be my fourth. I got nominated again this year. So I will be there again this year. And this will be 6 years. May 19th. It will be 6 years as a business owner.
Oh, so I need to be studying. Okay. Okay. I'm sitting next to a business owner, you guys. That's
Yep,
amazing.
been self-employed 6 years. This is my first job. The job I got now is my first job in 6 years.
Oh
I haven't worked in
wow.
6 years. I've just been working for myself.
See, we're gonna have to stay connected
Yeah.
because you could no, believe it or not, we don't have a lot of people that want to do things on their own. We always
Yeah.
gotta it's good to still have a lot of different business, but also have your baby where you could grow it on the
Yeah.
side. It
Yeah.
might take years to come back to it, but you always should have some type of plan.
Always. And you know what? I didn't even have a business plan.
You
I
did?
just COVID happened. I used to clean all the time. Somebody said you should start
Mm.
cleaning. I said no, I don't even like to clean. And then God had other plans. I named it Clean the Best, and then it just went from there.
That's what you said. So you weren't even looking
So
for
I
doing
didn't
it.
wasn't even looking for doing it.
You say you didn't care. That's a good thing. I
I
was.
guess you always the things you do the most in your life are your gifts. So me cleaning all the time, not knowing I was cleaning and wiping down was my gift. And I just
Yeah.
walked into my gift. It was easy because I already knew how to clean and I already got good reviews. And you probably checked that out too. I
You
got
know it.
good reviews. And so it's just I walked into it.
And I'm not gonna lie to you, they sleep on jobs like that because when I
Mm-hmm.
was younger, I always had these jobs cleaning. I was floor tech and housekeeping,
Mm-hmm.
but it was who he was cleaning for.
Yeah.
See, I ain't pay
Yeah.
attention to that.
Yeah.
I ain't think about it. I was cleaning up and doing security for people with $1 million contracts,
Mhm.
a lot of money building buildings, a lot of things around Northwest Indiana.
Mhm.
And we just the small people. And I'm not, we just the small people, but you
Mhm.
made history just doing them jobs.
Yep. I've done business with Ross, Pandora,
Oh, come on now.
Marshalls. I've done business with Family Dollar, corporate companies, lawyer offices, bankruptcies, hospitals. I've done a
Mm,
lot of business with a lot of people just because I'm woman owned and
that's
I'm small. I'm a
yep.
small business owner. These corporate companies, if you want a corporate company, they will find you. They found
Mm,
me. They want
okay.
a small company. They don't want nobody big. And trustingly, they will definitely work with you. They are looking for people,
Okay.
so they are thirsty, and sometimes you got to go off their pay. Sometimes they won't go off yours. That's where it hurts at, but it's worth it because they'll always have you in the lineup of cleaning. And then, your pay is net 45, so you have to wait 45 days to get paid. So that's a bummer too. It's not the same day or 30 days. It's a month and some
That
days.
check better be fat to wait that long.
Sometimes,
I'm going to
sometimes it
fasting.
is.
I'm going to
Sometimes it is,
fasting.
sometimes it's not. But if they really want you that bad, they will go with your obligations. So,
Right. And even with the pay is tricky too because I had to learn that during when I was going through a lot of training. I
mhm.
don't worry about the money no more. At first I
Yeah.
used to. It used to be like a big thing to have so much money,
Mhm.
but I had to say, I'm on God's pay.
Yep.
Cause a lot of things I couldn't even afford
Yep.
and I got it. And it was
Mhm.
things that I could
Yep.
afford and I didn't even want it.
Yep.
It's crazy. Like I used to
Yeah.
want to go buy expensive stuff. Now I go to a simple.
Yeah.
Just to
I
break
do
that
it.
habit of trying to
Yeah.
have something that you probably don't even need all the time. You know what
And
I
some
mean?
stuff that's expensive break faster than the cheap stuff.
You be
I
surprised.
noticed. And sometimes that cheap perfume, y'all be smelling the bomb.
Yeah, would
Like,
you tell? Would you tell?
hey, Shoppers World in Indiana be having the best perfume for $3.99. I swear.
Hey, if you lucky, you get the 3 for the 10.
Right.
Look, cause I don't take money. It depends what you got it for. I got one
Right.
for the car, one for
Look,
out the
I'm
shower. You
trying to
got different
tell
types
you,
of
you gotta
look.
smell it first. Don't just put anything on y'all bodies, okay? Y'all gotta go in public. But hey, if y'all know about Shoppers World, I know y'all city people don't really know much about Shoppers World. That's an Indiana thing.
Right.
But
It's a definitely it
Shoppers World
is.
is the bomb. Okay. I took somebody to Shoppers World from the city. They felt like they was in the
It's
mall, a
reasonable.
super like they a flea market. It was amazing.
It's fair. It's definitely fair. The prices nowadays, the cost of living.
It is ridiculous.
I mean, you spend about 3,000 a month just to lay somewhere,
Yeah,
or just everything included.
I swear
It's
you
expensive
do.
nowadays. So shout out to everybody that's still, like you said,
Right.
workaholic. When I use that
Workaholic.
word, I use it because you never know how much somebody's working and get where they going.
I'm trying to tell you.
So it's good to push each other. We
If
don't do
they ain't
nothing
working,
else.
they sleep.
They really
If
is. You
they
hear
ain't
me?
sleep, they working.
We just got done doing some giveaways to people that support us the most each month.
Okay.
We have two people. So the first one was DJ Cornbread, and then the second one is
Uh-huh.
gonna be Jay Nicole. She's also
Okay.
a upcoming artist as well. And these people stay in tune, always watching, even with Swag to Time or Kid, they was right
Mm-hmm.
there in tune, sharing, pushing, promoting.
That's
And
good.
it take me a minute to see it, like I always tell people, because you could be
Mm-hmm.
doing things a
It's so
lot.
many people.
But
Yeah.
when you consistent, it always stand out.
Mm-hmm.
No matter how busy you get in life, if you are a consistent person, stay consistent. Don't break. You
Mm-hmm.
been, but
Mm-hmm.
don't break. That's
Yep.
man. And I could see you being very consistent on this with these magazines.
Yeah.
The
With
the
mine or with the artist.
you've been on such as Sheen, was it Sheen
Sheen
magazine,
magazine. Yeah.
Chicago Now,
Uh-huh.
Influence magazine,
Yeah.
as well as the iHeartRadios, Black Businesses, the
Oh.
AC Green Show, the What's
Yeah.
Happening Wednesday,
Yeah.
Can TV, Winnie City Live, and more. The company Clean It Best has successfully cleaned over 1,000 homes and offers a unique
Mm-hmm.
cleaning membership program.
Mhm.
So how this membership working?
So the
She like,
so the membership is you get 4 cleanings in the month for $400. So basically, you're paying $100 a week for each cleaning,
mm,
and sometimes cleaning for a basic is 150 or up nowadays. But if you join the membership for 6 months, you can get weekly cleanings for only 400 a month, which the regular rate would be over 650.
oh, so that's not bad. So if
Mm-mm.
anybody want to sign up, listen, you guys, this it might be important. People got business clubs. These clubs we need help.
Yeah,
Restaurants, no
but
nursing
clubs usually
homes
get done at night. They rarely get done
in the day.
in the day. And
Yes.
I'm a 9 to 5.
Not in the mornings, you mornings.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So any day people from 9 to 5 that's looking for a cleaning service, cleaning best is here to say they got memberships. You could get a reasonable price for the whole month if you want to check it out. She is here in the building, Stephanie West. Definitely tag her name at all highlights. You know, they
Yeah.
do the highlights now. They do the highlights now.
Yep.
Very committed to empowering her community.
And I'll be on SBN, Small Business Network, in July doing another interview. So I haven't done interviews for a while. I stopped doing interviews for a while when I got the job with Glass House. So
Oh, just
I pushed all my stuff to them. I
right.
I all the things that I was doing for myself, I gave it to them because I was like, I see the potential in them. I want I wanted Swag to blow up.
Yes.
Swag told me his story, and I was like, man, I was like, I want to blow you up. Gave him everything I had, and I had connections all the way back from when I started. So all those connections helped me to get him back on track, and I'm still pushing
And
him
I can
with
tell.
magazines I've never even been in, with artists and radio stations and all type of stuff, because I see who he is as a person. And I love Swag. I love you, Swag.
Right.
I
Shout out to
love him
Swag. He
dearly.
definitely watching too,
Yeah.
look. He definitely watching.
I love him dearly. And being a part of Glass House is a dream, because I tell you, I love God so much. God walked me into that.
Come
I
on.
was not looking for that. Y'all, I have no executive experience. When you think you can't get a job because you're not experienced, you better ask God, because God gonna give it to you. He gonna give you the experience and the skills and the skill set you need to do that job. So don't sit here and think, oh well, I don't know how to type. I bet you're gonna learn how to type at the end of the day.
Yep.
I bet you're gonna learn how to do this at the end of the day. And I didn't know how to do none of that. I didn't know how to do nothing. I do for Glass House as an executive assistant. I make sure they get to their interviews. I book the interviews.
Mhm.
I call the people. I send the music. I make sure they on time, and I make sure they get their interview questions good. So I was like, don't answer this or answer that. Make sure you're cool with your interview questions.
Right.
Or I said I sometimes facilitate the meetings. And I never did that. I didn't like to be out in the
I can't even
open.
tell.
I didn't like doing none of that. I didn't know how to do it,
Your
but God gave me the
personality.
gift.
It's your
And
personality.
he just asked, I just need an assistant. I said, well, I could try to help, a little bit if you need me to copy paste.
Yeah, no.
I wrote a whole itinerary for
Mm-hmm.
Swag and Kid from here to next year. I got them booked. I wrote bios for every last one of them. So the bios you
Come
got, I wrote.
on.
I
Come
never knew how to
on.
do any of that. So the
Come
skill
on.
set God gave me helped Glass House, helped Swag, helped Kid, because I believe in the company and they're so awesome.
Yeah,
Like
I'm
they
glad you
they welcome
came.
me. I'm the only female on the
Yeah.
team. And they like my bodyguards. I swear, they like my bodyguards. They be like, anybody mess with Stephanie, we gonna get you. And I'll be like,
Yes.
chill, it
No,
ain't
they
that
very
serious.
protect. No, that's a
But they
good
very
thing.
protective of me.
Mm-hmm.
They love me to death. I love them.
That's a
They my
good thing.
family, and it's just amazing. But Glass House really showed me like my skills, and then I do it. It follows my schedule because I'm a law enforcement officer. I work at a prison, so
Ooh.
I'm dealing with that stress and working nights. And when you will message me, I'm like, I'm just getting off. Like I wouldn't get the messages, so I'm like, okay, something got to give. But then I was like, it started to get easier for me. They work around my schedule. They know
That
when I'm
part.
off. They know when I work, and when I work, they know I'm not going to do no work, but I still
You
do.
do it.
And I try
See?
to still book interviews for them and stuff like that. We having a community event that I'm planning with Indigo with SBN. She
Okay.
gave us a venue, and I'm setting that up because for swag and kids to reach out to other kids and artists, and face paint gonna be involved, and chess, because swag is a part of the chess.
They was
We're
telling me
gonna
about
have
that
something
one.
for kid because he with the country, and we're gonna have all types of stuff, clothing giveaway, book bags,
I want to
and
be
all
in on
that
that one.
stuff.
I want to be in again. I did one with Swag years ago. It
Uh-huh.
was at the beach. I was with Icewood at the time, and
Okay.
he was always, when I say Swag, been there for a while. But we had horses, little stuff for
I never even been
the
on a horse. I'm scared of heights.
well, guess what? I want to do it. I'm trying to lock in a day as we
Yeah.
speak. But I want to pay for the horses where everybody gets to ride for free.
Okay.
Everybody. The food will be free for the kids only.
Uh,
Look, kids, because
hey, I'm 16 today. Look, I'm 16 today.
because I want to promote the kids as well. I feel like, we do a lot of things for the adults, but also I want the kids to have a chance, opportunity, so they can see
Okay.
more of us involved in supporting them. Because most families might be in
Yeah.
need, might want to take some stuff. When my events take too bad, hurry up, get it, hurry
Yeah.
up. I don't
Yep.
never. Take as you take whatever you want. I don't never limit anything. It's first come, first serve.
I know that's right. Well, if you need my help, I'm
Come
here
on,
to
we should do
support
it.
you,
I'm
and I
thinking about
got you.
August. I'm thinking about August.
Okay, ours may be around August 9th or whatever like that. It's gonna be
Let's
indoor.
knock them out with it. Back to
Yes,
back. Let's
man.
get these
Boom,
kids
boom,
loaded.
boom, boom.
Look.
Oh
And so
man.
we are gonna be doing some definitely book bags,
Yes.
school supplies, and a lot of things for these kids. And if you guys want to join me or her, we could get
Mm-hmm.
everybody involved. I think we should
Yep.
get a lot of parents involved. At least getting notebooks. Get
Yeah.
500 notebooks.
I
You'd be
even know
surprised.
because I was a I bet you ain't got that in your
What? Which
notes.
one?
I was a co-host on Can TV for A Time of Inspiration with Sharon Polium and Keena. So that's what made me come out. My first
Do it.
interview was on 102.3 in Gary on Inspirational Station, and I blew it out the water. And she asked me to be a co-host. No, a correspondent. I was just supposed to be a correspondent. She's like, we loved your energy. I said, yeah, I'm
Trying to get in
frantic,
it.
yeah, I'm gonna be on TV,
Hmm.
And then she came back to me a week later, said, we want you to be our co-host. I said,
I
get
can
out
see
of
that.
here. The co-hosting was my first show by my with me and somebody else. It was on Thanksgiving of
Okay.
2024. I did my 2023. I did my Thanksgiving show
That's the last
on
time.
102.3. That was my first time. And then we ended up doing a Christmas commercial at that end of the year. And it was big. It was on Roku. It was on all these iHeart.
Oh, yes,
It was
everywhere.
everywhere. And then we ended up going to Can TV. So
Okay.
I was up there on Can TV doing my interviews, interviewing all type of people.
Oh,
And it actually what I did there walked me into what I'm doing now with Glass House. So now it's like I'm not
you had
scared. I already know about it. I know how to talk to people. And my mom gave me the best advice. She said, "Who's bet?" Because they was thinking about moving me up, and I don't know if they're still going to do that. But I was like, "Who knows that I can be a vice president of a company?" And my mom was like, "Stephanie,
you got the
what have you
skills.
done?" I said, I did clean the company. She said, but who do you talk to? I said, all kinds of people. She said, God was preparing you on how to talk to people because that's all you know how to deal with
Ooh, it's
is with people. So if cleaning is with people, radio is people, TV is
ooh,
people,
we gotta
Glass House is
it's
people.
people.
I have to deal with people. And I've never worked in the music industry, and I am now. I didn't even know about swag. I didn't know about kid. I didn't know about Glass House. I didn't know none of that.
And you dived in like that.
I dived in like that, and I'm so well spoken with people. And I talk to people all the time. When they upset, I know how to talk to them. When they
Yeah,
sad, I know how to talk to them.
they be needing
And
that.
on interviews now, I don't stutter. I speak fluently with my words. I speak correctly, and I know how to do an interview because I've done them so many times on television.
Right.
I have to be seen by multiple millions of people. So I can't embarrass myself. But
Right. I'm still learning it because, like you said, you always being
uh-huh.
seen. You like, at least let me
I'm
say
always
something.
being seen. Do you know how many times I've
Always.
walked in a store and I don't know if my friend Tiffany was with me, but I was in the
She was right with that.
store
Look in the cut.
and somebody was like, "You look so familiar," and I was like, "I probably do. You probably know me," and I'm like geeked up, like,
You like,
"Ooh."
tell me.
Like, I'm like, you probably see me on TV. There's like, you the lady with the cleaning company. There's like, I saw your post and your billboard and all type of stuff. People see me all the time. I've had people hear my interviews in Dollar Trees and in stores, and they'd be like, "Who is that talking?" And they'd be like, "She's talking great." And people would tell them who I am. So it's like, I'm glad the people that the prison I work at don't know who I am. I'm like, don't look
How
me.
is that for you working at the prison? I was gonna ask you that. You said that she's doing right past. I'm like, let's recap. You said the P
I
word,
love it
prison.
because God walked me into it.
Okay.
God gave me that. I asked God for that. I always wanted to be in the prison ministry. Never thought I would work there. And that was my first job. I applied for the interview and I got it in 3 days. I passed the interview. I haven't did an interview in 5 years. So I was like, oh my God,
So you
I
came in
was
fresh
nervous.
with
I
it.
came in fresh. I'm scared. I'm nervous. I'm like, am I gonna pass? What do I need to say? I'm looking up interview questions on what should the answer be.
It helps.
And
It helps sometimes. Just a deep kind of what you
right.
expect. You don't never know in
They
the
loved
interviews.
it. They loved it. And I went through the training. But you know what? I realized while I was there, and I can't say too much because my job is confidential, but
I know that's right.
what most people say about prisons is true. It's not what it seems. And it's my job to change it. It's my job to change the system. And I know why God put me there. Even the offenders ask me, "Why are you here, Miss West?" And I'll be like, "For y'all. God sent
I
me here."
agree.
I said, "God sent me here for y'all
I
to let
agree on
y'all
that
know that
one.
everybody is not the same. Every officer will not treat you or disrespect you. Y'all are people. Y'all are human beings." I said, and I care about y'all. I was like, I love y'all. I love everybody. I ain't gotta like y'all, but I
I
love
do care.
everybody. And y'all are good people. Y'all just made bad choices. That does not mean y'all are horrible people at the end of the day. I said, but I'm gonna still, if you respect me, I'll give you respect back. And that's all it is in
That's all
there.
they right.
That's all it is. It ain't all that sex. It ain't
It ain't.
what
It's
you
not.
see on video is not what it is. I'm in there. It's
Right.
not that at all. It's respect.
I could agree with
They not
that.
gonna bother you as long as you ain't
Right. That's why I
talk
agree.
crazy. You know what I'm saying? I be kicking them like, "What up, man? What you doing?"
Some of
I
them be
be,
calling. They be on the phones enough.
I be.
They
Trust and believe. I can call a few of them.
they
Okay.
be in
I be like, "Who you caking it on the phone with? You ain't talking to nobody." They be like, "My baby mom." I'm
but
like,
it's something different. You can tell the
but
difference a little bit in it.
yeah.
Like
So
they more open.
right. So the energy on my shift, they love me when I walk in. They're like, "Man, every time you leave, that stuff happens, and then when you come back, stuff in
So
order." And I'm
see,
like, they be like, "Can you work 7 days a week?" No.
you was meant to be
Right.
there.
I was meant to be there. So the job, I love the job, and God protects me at that job. I've never been attacked at that job. I've
Hey
never
man, come
had
on now.
to call a signal at that job. I've been more of a nurse or more of a mentor, more of a spiritual advisor. I've
More
even
like a
read
mom.
the Bible in there with them
Mhm.
and gave them scriptures and told them why they are in prison. I'm like, people are in prison to learn from their lesson. Yeah, but you also got to see where God is taking you. You're in here for a reason. When you get out,
Ooh.
He knows you're outdated. So you're getting out with a plan. You're getting out with a motivation. You're getting out
Assignment.
with a story, and that story is to help others. So don't look at what your bad choice was, because the bad choice gave you a good choice and a good reason for you to
To
be in
keep
here
doing it.
to keep you safe from harm's way out there. Because people look at a sentence, oh, 5 years. Okay, 5 years. They
Mhm.
gave it to you. Do that 5 years. But what have you learned in 5 years? You learn how to read. You got a degree. You learn chess. You learn how to talk to people. You learn how to share. You learn how to give space. And you learn more about God in there. So you done gained more being
The
in there
action
and isolating yourself from then being out there, being isolated from the world, but not being isolated from the world, because the
they
world is
put
so
first.
big. You can't
Mhm.
just separate yourself unless you in your house, in your room, closed door. in there, you can't help it. And then with me being an officer, they have to listen to me, but I don't do it like a child. If I say get out the day room, get out the day room, I shouldn't have to repeat
I
myself,
like that.
but I don't have to yell.
I like that.
They are grown.
I like that.
I'm not they
You getting them
mama.
boundaries though.
You
You
get what I'm
still
saying?
kind
Like,
of
hey, now if I get a little louder, then they know. But they clear the day room out with no
brainwashes
problem.
is real. When you
You
tell
know?
when you tell a person down so bad, it's hard to build them back
Right.
up.
And people
So
would just be like, Miss West, thank you. And I'm like, thank you for it. They be like, how you talk to us, how you
you
treat us.
care.
You actually care. When we sick, you actually try to call and get some help.
yeah,
That's all they
that's
want.
very important. The
That's all
medical,
they want. And I like it there. And you know, if I don't have a job tomorrow, I know why. But but I love it there. They don't know where I work at. But
keep her safe at her job. She's gonna keep the man safe, which is a good thing because we need a little kid on here to watch you.
right, what's up, kid? What's up? How you doing?
We did a great interview. Look, we didn't even take one break yet. We're gonna take a break because
because we gotta listen. You know what? For the break, I want to listen to their songs because I love they music. Swag and Kid are so.
They got it. I'm telling
Their
you.
music, when I can hear music and know it by the beat, know it by the first word sentence, if I'ma like it.
Some vibe.
Right.
I'm telling
But
you.
they music, you be okay.
Mhm.
Like when I heard Swag running up and touchdown, Swag, I've been playing your music in the car all week. Okay.
All
I'll be
week.
bumping up to the
He got
house.
the dance with it. He been a little dance
Yeah,
with it. I'm
all
telling you.
the little,
He got the little dance. I keep telling that dance is that dance be everywhere.
yeah, he cracked me up with that dance. But they music they're gonna change the world, and they young and they so smart. And I'm glad they're not just artists, they're businessmen, they're entrepreneurs, they're spiritual leaders, they're influencers, they're more than just an artist.
Exactly.
They're artists because of the music that they do, but they're so smart and intelligent. For somebody to sit there and write a song in 10 minutes is amazing. Don't let me do that because you're gonna get quack quack duck goose.
Yeah, I saw him about to say. I got
saying?
a chance to see him work.
But it's amazing.
And he got energy. He have energy for him.
Yes, they do.
So we're gonna take a quick break, you guys. Make sure you check out Swag 2 Time and Kid. They are still in rotation. Good music and everything. 708-223-8953. And you did good.
I've been getting money for a long time. Hustling all year, finally made it. It's been a long grind. My hands together, thanking God I ain't in that sun time. I will leave it up there with the y'all, so don't get gunned down. I've been high all week, I'm trying to calm down. Miss this shit, my head gon' hit the wood, I told her calm down. I'm just stacking paper till the sun, that ain't gon' calm down. Championship team, we in the building, shit touchdown. And you can't make it out the first round. Gucci, Louis, Prada, baby Birkin, yeah, her purse brown. And we leave it up there with the blick, so don't get gotten down. I've been getting money, I've been hustling for a long time. 2 times, yeah, I'm cocky. I see like hockey. No one can stop me. Got me feeling like a giant Jeremy Shockey. Now I'm feeling like a million. My juice chain that's a million. I'm on top like ceilings. Her frame so appealing. My wrist really be chillin'. Say Michael Myers, I kill him. You ain't never had that feeling. Been down that road, no dead end. Yeah, I'm a king, you a peasant. Young in the gift like presents. This shit strong like resin. These is lying and capping. They fabricating, they rapping. You quarterback and I'm sacking. That's how us we packing. I told that shit better tap in. I'ma just stay in my lane though. Use it and go like Kango. Fuck with the gang, we can't go. Fuck with the gang, see angels. We shoot from them angles. Yeah, I'm style like Bango. This shirt got that flavor. This we from Vegas like Raiders. Got white boy like Slater. You always trying to save us. I don't do that. I keep a cat. My bitch are black. Had to put your family in slacks. I got my back. I been knew that. So don't do that. Eat beef and tracks. So no let up. Put a 4 in the cup. Chain frosted like puff. I'm floating like ducks. Saying I'm off the up. So I'ma live it up. 2 times, yeah, I'm cocky. I see like hockey. No one can stop me. Got me feeling like a giant Jeremy Shockey. I've been getting money for a long time. Hustling all year, finally made it. It's been a long grind. My hands together, thanking God I ain't in that sun time. I will leave it up there with the y'all, so don't get gunned down. I've been high
Our special guest been doing good all night. You have a lot of things going on. You even got some highlights. You had this some spoken at a notable events, including the Truth in 2020.
Sojourner the Truth, the
Sojourner
shelter,
Truth.
yeah.
Okay, well, tell me about that.
That was so long ago. I don't. Oh my
The Score
gosh.
event in 2023.
So the Sojourner Truth was my very, very first. It was like 5 people in the room at the time, and I was just talking to the women at the shelter. I don't even know what I was talking about. I don't know if I was talking about business or what.
At the shelter? That
Yeah.
seemed different.
But they
though.
asked me to come on because I graduated in a program called Art House. It was a small they teach you how to do business and things like that. That's where I met my score advisor. That's how I ended up doing the score event. And at the Art House, I took pictures with the mayor Karen and everything, and I had my certificate. And then with the score event, I just did that like a couple years ago, and they wanted me to come on there as a business owner. It was 5 business women, so it was a panel, and they would ask us questions, and it was spontaneous. And I feel like I got the most,
information out of it.
Yeah, and I got the audience loved me because when I got done, they would clap, they would laugh. I had them laughing, and the personality was going. And then at the end, everybody rushed to me to get a business card. I want you to do this. I love your hair. Your hair. No, I didn't bring anything.
It's okay. It's you coming back.
And I wanted to give you both of my books.
I was just gonna say, like, you got 2. Hold on, you got 2 books. Cleaning Best Top 20 Cleaning Tips.
Yes.
And Amazon.
And you know what? It's a story to that book, Shade.
I can't wait.
That book.
Make sure she give me that book. Look,
that's the book that I had to write twice because somebody in Chicago stole it from me, stole my royalties and everything. That's why I don't trust easily. They took almost everything from me. And that book, it's a second edition, but the first edition is still on Amazon. I can't get it off because the lady has everything, the password, so she's getting money off of me, and it's going to be a civil suit soon. But I had to rewrite it. So if you go on Amazon and look up Clean Best Clean Tips, it's the blue book. It's not the brown one. It's the blue one. But that book just has different tips in it on how to clean, because some people don't know how to clean. It tells you what products to use, even how many towels to use. It even got pictures in it, y'all. It would help y'all if y'all the refrigerator stainless steel, from the wood to the how to clean a mattress under the floors, how to clean them a certain way. Y'all stop putting Fabuloso on y'all floors. Y'all are tearing y'all floors up. Y'all need to put a little vinegar in there with some cold water and a little Murphy's. It will be perfect. It'll be fine. Don't put or some coconut oil. Okay.
I need that book.
Yes. And then with the other book, it's called Conquer and Overcome: How I Beat Trials with Faith. In that book, when I first wrote it, it was only 5 chapters, and now it's more than 10, because that book was supposed to be published 4 years ago, and the same publicist did the same thing, but instead I called her before she did it, and I took the book. I changed it, found a new publicist. Shout out to Marquila. She's my publicist. She's amazing in Chicago, and she saw my story, and I went through a lot in that book. That book will make you cry. That book will teach you a lesson. That book will show you who I am without me having to tell you. So when you read that book, it tells you how to be a business owner. It explains to you how to deal with business, red flags in the business, green flags with the business, how to talk to certain customers, what not to do, how to come about it, how to start the business. I went through depression through that book. I went through a divorce in that book. I went through being homeless in that book. To coming where I am now. I thought I lost everything, and I actually didn't. I actually gained more than I lost. And I found God in that book. I just came back to Christ 3 years ago. It's 4 years in November, y'all. For my salvation. So I got saved, and I got baptized. I got filled with the Holy Spirit and all that. Don't think all this, I'm a God's child. I love God, and I'm all about God and faith and doing God's work. But I also know about style. Okay.
Yes, you gotta have
style. God changed my life for the better. I used to be, to me, a horrible person. I used to have an attitude problem. I used to cuss anybody out. I used to not care about what you said. I used to be like a NI, which is, a NI nigga.
Yeah.
That's who I was. And it changed me for the better. When I found God, I realized the situation I was in. I got out the situation. Shout out to Jamie McGrone, the Jamie McGrone show. Him and his family helped me build the character and open their doors for me and everything. I appreciate it. But it was a lot of people out there. Shout out to Tiffany. She helped me in my salvation, and she's my new church friend, and I love her to death. And she teaches me how to be an adult. She's my big sister. She's older than me, so she's an inspirational also. But I've grown, so I'm only 36, but I act like I'm 45,
That's the
and
old
I'm very
soul.
mature. I have a old soul. I love
Very
old
mature.
music, old things. I'm just, and God made me different. So when I talk to people, they like, "Dang, how old are you?" I'm only in my 30s.
It said
You know,
old enough.
right,
We
but
say
I
old
have
enough.
a lot to give. I've been through a lot. I've been through the ups and downs and the highways and the byways. Like, you can't tell me what I ain't went through. But if I didn't tell you my story, it's not time for me to tell you. Just wait for me to tell you, so then you can be blown away. But also thank God that you met me, so you can hear the story to bless you. Don't think when I speak it's not blessing somebody. It's always blessing somebody, because I'm a blessing, because God created me to be a blessing.
Yes.
So why would I not be a blessing to you? So when I talk, and the glass house is a blessing to me, and I'm blessing them at the same time. So God is blessing us as a unit. Clean It Best is a blessing to me. So customers are getting blessed when I touch their stuff, when I clean it. So it's a blessing to us. When I go to church and pay my tithes and read my Bible and do what I'm supposed to do, my family is being blessed. So
That's our
you just
mission.
gotta treat people right, y'all. Y'all need to stop going in these streets, cussing people out, treating people wrong, because God sees it all. And God says, don't mess with my anointed. And if you are anointed one, and God, vengeance is mine, says the Lord, God will deal with it. And that person is going to regret it, and they're going to apologize to you later. But treat people kind and respectfully. If you want to be treated with respect and be loved, and like you will want to be loved, treat somebody else that same way, because you shouldn't. God didn't bring the world here to hate everybody. He brought it here to love everybody. You don't gotta like everybody. God didn't say you have to like people. God said you have to love. It shouldn't be hate in this world, and it's so much hate. But why not change that hate to kindness and loveness and joy and peace and transparency and all those things, and then change somebody else's perspective. People say, why you treat them like this, and they treat you like a dog? Because it's not my job. Why will I stoop down to their level, knowing they know how they acting, but I'm not going to be ignorant to their devices? Because that's the devil. And the devil is ignorant, and he don't know no better. And trust me, he know the Bible more than y'all do. For the people that don't that know the Bible, he know it 10 times better than y'all. Backwards, frontwards, sideways, byways. Okay, but just treat people right, y'all. Don't go in this world treating people bad, because the karma for it is ridiculous. And
I appreciate
you're gonna be going to the altar and asking for prayer.
You said everything.
For real.
But to close it out, I will say you definitely gave me a different perspective today, because we've been playing this for a while, and I always wanted to know, how would it be to meet you? I thought I was gonna see 7 people pull up, because I'm like, she got different personalities. She got 7 characters, but she came as one person. And you would be surprised, she came as herself as a regular person. I said, that's me. You be this big to the world, but to the world you like this.
Yeah.
So I will honestly say I'm glad you gave me the opportunity to actually get to know you behind the biz. You know how we just talking up, we ain't even had no tea, we had our water.
Yeah.
But we got a chance to really chop it up. And I want you to come back with everybody too.
I will.
And
I definitely will.
But you gotta tell them how to follow you before we close out. You gotta let the new listeners know how can they follow you, add, share, subscribe.
Let me remember this. So because I just changed my social media. So hold on, y'all.
I'm gonna make sure I tag and put highlights.
So on Instagram it's s.westceo. And then on Facebook it's Stephanie West. And then on Google, if you actually type in Google Stephanie West, CEO Stephanie
I
West
know that's
Maryville. I'm Googleable now, y'all. So y'all
See,
can Google me and
you
look
gonna
at
have to
my
put me
books
on.
and
Look, come on,
check on
y'all.
all my stuff, y'all. So I'm out there.
I like that.
It took me a while to get it, but you can see me on Google. My
And when you say
pictures
you
and
a
all.
black woman represent,
Yes,
so come on,
black
give
woman
yourself a
represent.
hand. And this is Intellectual Radio, where you can feed your
Yes.
brain. Don't forget to follow, share, subscribe on Intellectual Radio. We are here Wednesdays on Connect the Dots. It's your girl Shay. We out, you guys. Yes.
I love that. That was amazing.
I ain't gonna go over our time. That way we can stick it short.
Run it up, shit, run it up, rich, run it up, wrist, run it up, bliss, run it up, shit, run it up.